What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Torq channel. On today's episode, we finally start on Liam's VP Ute. We're going to mount the intercooler, modify the radiator support panel, and we might even get to modifying the latch and whatever else we need to do to get it all to work as well. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick around.
To confirm his radiator clearances, first Kurt needs to fabricate the throttle body intake radius. When you're TIG welding, it's imperative to clean all the contaminants from the surfaces. Kurt gives all the aluminium a scrub with acetone to make sure that his welds come out Mickey Mouse.
Okay, so I've welded the donut together. I've just checked the angle I need to cut that donut for the angle coming off the throttle body. So now it's time to head over to the bench, transfer that angle that I need, mark it onto the donut, and then we'll cut it in the bandsaw. Alright, so here we are. I've got the donut laid out on a bit of wood here, and I've got some markings and stuff on it. I thought I'd just show you guys my little ghetto setup of how I mark donuts on the right tangent. Obviously, you want to get it on the right tangent so it looks nice and works good. So all this is literally just a bit of 3mm plate, and I've just cut the size pipe that I need and then cut it straight down. So this one's 4" obviously, and I can line it up on these marks I have here that are transferred through. You can't really see, but we'll line it up on those lines, get the texture, mark it, flip it over, do the other side, and then I can measure whatever angle I want here. I can preset whatever angle I want. I'll pick it, I'll slide this around until I get to where I want it. We'll mark the next one, and then we'll take it over in this dingy little corner over here, and I'll cut it in that bandsaw. So check this out, I'm going to mark this up and we'll get to it. So here's the finished product in the end. one 4-inch tight radius bend. Still got a weld in the middle there, weld that, but this would be good enough for mocking up the cooler piping, so I'm going to take it over. I've cleaned up the insides as well. It did look like this, with all the burrs and stuff in there. But obviously that's the deburring tool and the file. I've just cleaned all the crap off, so now we'll take it over to the car with the plasma clamp and the piping, and we'll offer it up. So then we get to see how much we need to move this radiator for it all to fit.
Not only does it have to clear the radiator, but under the bonnet would be nice too. All good? Happy days.
So now that I know where the radiator's got to sit, now it's time to mount the intercooler, so then I can figure out the lower radiator support panel. But before we do that, I need to shorten up the bonnet latch first, so then I can put the intercooler exactly where I want it, and then I can make the lower radiator support from that. So right now, let's shorten up that bonnet latch.
With the bonnet latch mod a success, Kurt then gets to work on the top intercooler brackets. That's the front end slammed back on. Intercooler is mocked up in position. Really happy with the fitment on that. Liam's going to be pumped with it. Nice and tight. Doesn't hang out at all. Just looks mint really. Tested the latch. Latch works flawlessly. I'll run you guys through that actually. There it is there. I've cut 16 millimeters out of this section, and then I trimmed the overhang that hung through the radiator support panel, trimmed that off so nothing hangs through at all. I've still got a little bit more work to do. I'll fill these holes on both sides, and I'll probably plate this section here in a bit just to give it a bit more strength. And we won't have to worry about that tearing off if it ever flies up. But yeah, the latch works flawlessly. Intercooler, really happy with that. So now it's time to do the lower radiator support panel, and then from there I'll make the mounts for the radiator and the mounts for the intercooler, and then we can start on mapping out the piping. So I've hardly touched this thing. I'm gonna rip it out, put it on the lift because I'm already sick of working on the ground. So do the old switcheroo, and then tomorrow I can get back into it. Sorry, Liam, we're gonna have to pull the tape off, mate. It's got to be done. Where do I start? That's the question.
Righto boys, time to see how this Aussie made cooling gear actually fits.
So that's the radiator support panel done, all buttoned up. I've got it tacked on. Like I said before, really happy with the fitment, worked out really good. I'll show you guys here, you can see it's nice and tight. Radiator ended up being 15 millimeters lower and about, I think it was about 10 millimeters forward. I had to do a bit of relieving in off the radiator support panel there, but it all worked out really well. These, I've reused the factory rubber retaining brackets here, so it's all bolts in as per factory. Under here, as you can see, I haven't capped the ends off. I'll do a miter here, cap the ends off. This is all tacked. I'll weld all this out when we blow the car apart. The engine's got to come out to do the firewall and stuff anyway. So that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. Really happy with the progress we've made so far. It feels good to actually make a start on this one. We've been talking about it for a while, so yeah, it feels good to get the ball rolling anyway. So on the next episode, we'll start on the intercooler piping, and then we'll just go from there. Basically just keep picking away, changing the bits we need to change to get it all to fit, So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you want to see any more videos on this, hit the subscribe button below, and you'll see when we bring the next one out. We've got more of this, and we've got some other cool stuff coming as well. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.